This is your Royal Master Grinders Bedrock series of the Generation X guide wire grinder. This is the video to go through all the different functions and items that you have purchased with this machine for acceptance. I'll start with the machine itself and the control, where you have all your different functions down here. Your programming screen, setup screen, sizing screen, CNC dresser screens, your interactive visual I/O screen, diagnostics, your email setup, your loader screen, and of course your main menu screen with your 3 different password levels. You have your keyboard with trackball, sealed NEMA. You have your granite base of the machine, your machine enclosure. I'll open that up so we can look inside. You have your grinding wheel, coolant. Currently we're running in bushing mode, which will give you the most accurate length dimensions as first requested on your drawing. Then we have our big block, our HIAC system, servo motor, ball screw, and gearbox. On this side over here we have our glass scale. On the back side, we have our CNC dresser. The Z-axis is the cross axis, X is in and out, and R is rotation. You have your Levin head, collet, draw tube and tooling. You have your linear motor, which is located underneath this protective cover. You have your mist collector, which is piped to the back of the mist enclosure. And on this side here you have your feeder. And underneath your feeder you have your vacuum head, your dual wire sensor, your gripper, and your stripper. When it unloads your gauging, it will hang up here for you until you acknowledge the gauge. Come down. Another load of wire. And then it waits to go. With your feeder, you have storage underneath for all your different components, so the whole machine is self-contained. Along with your feeder, you have your different sets of tooling that you ordered, your bushing holders, bushings, and pick heads, with one pick head that's currently on the machine. You have your different sets of workhead tooling. And we have the samples that we're going to send out to you today. We also have an additional grinding wheel for you. So to review your sale order, we have the coolant pump assembly and coolant chute assembly, which is located in the back inside the coolant tank. You have your bed and base headstock and our high accuracy compensating unit, which is what I described before, with your servo motor, gearbox, bowl screw, and your glass scale, along with some of your electronic components, and we will replace the one wire way before shipping, of course. And for the Gen X portion of your sale order, we have our screen, we have our big block, which I mentioned before, we have our wire supports, which is right in here, we have our linear motor, which is under here. We have our spindle and collet closure mechanism. We have our eye sensor for wire recognition. Touchscreen with NEMA rated keyboard and mouse. We have our extended spindle and draw tube, which normally it only goes right here, but this gets us closer. We have our CNC wheel dressing. We have our mist containment hood, which I'll take you through some of this. It has the capability to open all the way. And close. And then we can close the door. Open the door. Around the front, this will open up, give access inside, and then these will also easily remove for further maintenance. On the exit side, you've got, this will open up, and then pieces of plexi that are here are easily removable. To get at what you need. So when the whole operator side is open, you have full access to the inside of the machine. So we have workhead tooling assembly, which is located inside of here in a collet And that's everything what is shown here. You have your collet, you have your adapter, you have your hypo tube, you have your guide funnel. So you have your collet, your adapter, your hypo tube, and your funnel. Next thing we have is we have your bushing holder assembly with replaceable bushings. That's located right in here in the machine. And we have also right here. We have the work wheel mount and wheel, which is on the machine. We have your extra wire supports here. We have your mist collection system. And then we have the bedrock bed and base, which is the granite bed and the larger base. You have your wire loader and unloader, which is 12 foot long. And I'll remove one of the covers for you if you just give me a moment. Prop the camera up so you can see a little bit more of what's going on. So what we have here is we have the wire and you have your vacuum head, and we also have gripper. Stripper. So maybe we'll actually drop the wire. So I'll take you on a tour of what's going on in here. What we have is we have at your unloader. So when the wire is done grinding, it'll come back in your pinch rollers here, which is adjustable. The rolls will drive it back until it gets to the ground section, and then we have a pin down here which will extend and lift the wire up, and then a gripper will grip it. And then here we have the raw material trough right down in here where your raw material goes. So the vacuum will pick it up, shift it over, put it down, and then it will dump into the on-deck trough. And that's the basic tour of your Bedrock Gen X. And if you have any other questions, you can give me a call. But I'll take one more tour around it slowly so you can see everything.